Functional approach to designing and evaluating employee benefits. What is the functional approach in concept? The functional approach essentially is the application of a systematic method of analysis to an employee's total employee benefits program. It analyzes the employer's program as a coordinated whole in terms of its ability to meet employees' and others' needs, to manage loss exposures within the employer's overall compensation goals and cost parameters. There is a need for the functional approach because 1. Employee benefits are a very significant element of the total compensation of employees. 2. Effective planning and avoidance of waste in providing benefits can be an important cost control measure for employers. 3. It usually is fruitful to apply the functional approach in reviewing existing employee benefit plans to determine where overlapping benefits may exist and costs may be saved, and where gaps in benefits may exist and new benefits or revised benefits may be in order. 4. It's important to have a systematic approach to planning benefits to keep them current, competitive, and in compliance with regulatory requirements. 5. An employee benefits plan needs to be analyzed according to the functional approach so its various benefit programs can be integrated properly with each other. Consistency with an employer's total compensation philosophy. In designing the total compensation package, an employer should seek to balance the various elements of its compensation system, including basic cash wages and salary, current incentive compensation, current cash bonuses and company stock bonuses, longer-term incentive plans, including stock-based and performance-based plans, and so-called employee benefits to help meet the needs and desires of the employees on the one hand, and the employer's basic compensation philosophy and objectives on the other. An area of employer philosophy that affects the functional approach and how it is usually applied is whether the employer tends to follow a compensation service-oriented benefit philosophy or a benefit or needs-oriented philosophy. Compensation service-oriented benefit philosophy states that the level of benefits would tend to be tied in with compensation level, and eligibility for benefits may be conditioned directly or indirectly on salary level. For example, separate benefit plans may be provided for salaried and for hourly rated employees, with more generous benefits being made available to the former group. The theory of this approach is that employee benefits generally should be aimed to reward the longer service employees who have shown a commitment to the employer. The benefit or needs-oriented philosophy, on the other hand, tends to focus primarily on the needs of employees and their dependents, rather than on compensation and service. How is the functional approach applied? First, you want to classify the employees and their dependents' needs in functional categories. Second, you want to classify the persons the benefit plans will protect or cover. Third, you want to analyze the existing benefits that are in place, looking at the types of benefits, the levels of benefits, probationary periods, eligibility requirements, employee contribution requirements, flexibility available to employees, and actual employee participation in the benefit plans. The fourth thing you want to do is determine any gaps in the benefits or if there are any overlapping benefits. The fifth thing is to consider any recommendations for changes to the present plans. Sixth, you want to estimate the costs or the savings for each recommendation. 7, evaluate the alternative methods of financing the benefits. 8, consider cost-saving or cost containment techniques. And 9, decide on and implement appropriate benefits and financing methods. And then 10, we want to communicate these benefit changes and periodically reevaluate the plans.